Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're returning, thank you so much for returning to my channel. Thank you. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a fall look, but I'm going to be making a drugstore. You know, today's the first day of September and we're getting into that fall season, which I love. I love fall. Spring is my favorite season, but right after that is fall because I love the changing of the colors, the leaves, everything. I just love the vibe of it. So yeah, today I'm going to do a fall look and I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. So I'm going to start off with a primer and I'm going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Y'all, this primer is so good, especially if you have pores. Like me, I have pores around my cheek area, around my mouth area, so I love to use this to fill in those pores. And y'all let me know in the comments, what is your favorite season? Like I said, fall is one of my favorites, and I guess I like spring too because of the weather. It's not too hot, but at the same time, the season is changing and everything. Like all the flowers are coming back from winter, and I just love to see that change. And I guess with fall, I like to see the change as well. So let me know what your favorite season is. And y'all, I think I lied to y'all, and I lied to myself for many years. I think I have dry skin, and I'm going to talk about that here in a second. Next, I'm going to go in with the Stay Matte by Rimmel London. All these products I'm using today is going to be in my description box, like always. But yeah, this is the Stay Matte by Rimmel London. This is really good to stay matte. It gives a really matte finish to your face. And I'm just going to use this around the perimeter of my face. Like I said, all these are drugstore products. You can find them at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, any major store. It's not just drugstore. You know, they say drugstore, but you can find them at Walmart, Target, pretty much anywhere. Okay, then I'm going to use the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation, and I'm going to use this one in Nutmeg. That's my shade in this brand. And y'all, this one is a really good drugstore foundation. Y'all, like it's FitMe by Maybelline. It's my number one because it gives you like a skin light finish. But this one, if you want to take it up a notch, notch or two, use this one because it gives you a flawless finish, but it gives you that beat look. So, you know, if you want to have that beat look from day to day, use this one. It's very lightweight, easy to use. It's medium to full coverage, and you don't need a lot, and it's easy to build up. But yeah, so I got some on my lip. But yeah, so I have been lying to myself. I think I have dry skin, and I think I told y'all in my first makeup video that I have combination skin. And so because during the day, especially when I wear makeup, around my T-zone, which is right here in this area right here, I get oily. But I'm noticing, you know, on the days when I don't wear makeup, like my face is dry. And so I saw on Instagram, like one of those little Instagram posts, and they said how you test out what kind of skin you have is that you know, do your skincare, and after 15, and you don't put nothing on it. You don't put any makeup, you don't put anything else on it. And after 15 minutes, see what it does. And so after 15 minutes, if you blot your skin and it's oily, and you have something on your, whatever you blot your skin with, you have oily skin. And if not, and if your skin feels tight, flaky, whatever, then you have dry skin. So I tried it out. And y'all, I think I had dry skin, like, cause my skin, it didn't produce any oil in that 15, I think it was even longer. I did like 30 minutes and yeah, I did like 30 minutes and my skin was not oily at all. It was dry, it was tight. So I'm like, I have dry skin and did not realize it. And so, I don't know. So I'm have to figure out what kind of skin products, you know, that I need to use now because I have dry skin. And so I've been wanting to make a facial appointment for some time now. I've been wanting to do it all summer, and so just stuff has been getting in the way with work and just you know, just business of life, and just haven't made that appointment. And so I tried to make an appointment this past week for Saturday, and she was all booked up. So I'm like, okay, so I have to wait. And I have a friend coming in right here. Yeah, these masks. I think we're ran by masks every time I do a video, because it just, these masks are just getting on my nerves, you know, because, you know, not only do you have to wear them, which I get, I totally get why we had to wear them. It's for safety reasons, and I'm all for that. But the downside of that is just your skin is suffering. You know, you break out a lot, and it just, you know, you're suffering from that. And so I'm going to make a facial appointment, and then I'm going to have her tell me for sure what my skin, what type of skin do I have? Do I have dry skin? Do I have combination skin that I thought I had? Do I have oily skin? So I don't know. I'm going to have her, Felicia, I think that's her name, who I'm going to go to. I'm going to have her help me out, because now I'm like, I need to, you know, regroup and try to figure out what kind of products I need. Because, you know, I think in my first video, I was saying that I was doing research about skincare, and, you know, not every skincare product is universal. Like, if you have, you know, a certain type of skin, you should be using these certain type of products. So I'm gonna have her help me out and see what I need to do, you know, to get my skincare in order. Now with this foundation, like I said, it's one or two notches above the FitMe by Maybelline, because it's a concealer in one. And so you don't have to color correct, you don't have to spot correct in your face, which I probably will a little bit right here on the corners of my mouth, because I have like dark areas in that area. So I'm going to make sure this is the right one. I'm going to spot correct in the corners of my mouth a little bit, and then apply some foundation there. But yeah, it's a concealer in one, so you don't have to spot correct. It's already there. Yes, okay. So yeah, I just used, I think, 2 pumps, and that was it. And see how it gets like a flawless finish? Real flawless. I love this one. I think it's, like I said, it's Milani Conceal & Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. Now I'm going to go in with the NYX concealer, the Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. And I'm using Mahogany. And this is just to brighten up the area, to highlight under your eyes. Especially if you have dark circles, you want to make sure that all that is covered up. Not all of us have dark circles. Some of us are blessed, but not me. And I'm just not getting dark circles. I don't know where it came from. All of a sudden it popped up. I guess I'm getting older, it's gonna happen. Especially if you haven't maintained it all your life. And I have not maintained doing eye treatments and things like that. So you highlight right there, highlight right here, and then highlight your forehead area. Now remember, like, your foundation is just your base of your face. Everything else that comes together, the bronzer, your highlighting of your face, that's what makes your face up, not just your foundation. You want a flawless base, and then everything else ties in together. Then I'm going to use a sponge to blend this out. I really like to take my time when I do my concealer under my eyes. First, I don't want to poke my eye. And then second, I want to make sure it's all blended out in my dark circles, which I only have a dark circle under my left eye. I want to make sure that it's covered up really well. So I just take my time and pat and blend, because you don't want the lines of demarcation to show. You want to make sure that it's all blended out correctly. I do not like harsh lines. I know some people do, but I do not like my harsh lines to show on my face. I want it to look all seamless and well tied together. Now, you don't have to go out and buy, you know, an eye primer. You can just, whenever you're doing your concealer under your eye, just take it up into your eye so that you can prime your eyelids. So whenever you're ready to do your eyeshadows, you're already primed. You just blend and blend and blend so so it can all be seamless. I like to take my time because I don't like to look foolish. See how it's already highlighting under this area. That's how you want it to look. You want it to look bright and highlighted. I always have issues with like my left side. Anything on my left side, even my eyebrows, like I always have issues doing that. I forgot to use Jackie's tip. Jackie gave a tip. I watched one of her videos, and one of her tips is that whenever you have dark circles, to use your foundation shade to spot correct on your dark circle, and then use the lighter concealer so it can look flawless. And I forgot to do that. Alrighty. To do your chin, your nose. Now this one's kind of, my sponge is kind of dry, so that's why I'm having a hard time blending it out. So let me use this one. This one's kind of a little wet. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you want to make sure your sponge is damp because it moves better whenever you're blending. You go back in with this. All right, see how it's highlighted in these areas, and that's what you want. All right, so now I'm going to go in and set my face, and I'm going to use the FitMe loose finishing powder, and this is in deep. Let me shake it up to get it out. Y'all have to be careful with this one because it's really finely milled. It gets everywhere. So sometimes I like to use just go in with a brush to do it. And because this is like my shade, I'm going to set the rest of my face with this one as well. And you want to set your concealer because you don't want it to crease. You want it to stay put all day. So that's why you want to set it. Then go in on the rest of my face, just blot it, and then I'm going to use a large powder brush here in a second to buff it all out. All right. I'm going to use the Sonia Kashuk brush, and you can get this in Target. This is the large powder brush. I think it's number 100. It's the numbers out on here, but when you go get it, it says number 100. And just buff it out. Remove that excess powder from your face. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to go in with my bronzer, and I'm going to use Makeup Revolution Glow Splendour Ultra Matte Bronzer, and this is in medium dark. Now this, I don't think you can get everywhere, like, you know, Walmart, CVS, and Walgreens and things like that, but it is at Ulta, and it's on like the drugstore side. You know, Ulta has two different sides. It has the medium range to high-end products, and then on one side they have a lot of drugstore products. So this is where you can get, now I don't think this one's in store. This one is sold only online for right now because this launched in like May, I think, either April or May. Well, they did a release on this one in April or May, and I think that it's not in stores just yet, but their products are there. So if you want to check out Makeup Revolution, you can go to Ulta. Now, when I do my bronzer, I like to start right here with my ear, with that little fold is. I like to start right there and just stipple it out. This bronzer is a little dark. I got this online. Like I said, it's not in stores yet. And so I wasn't sure what my shade was in this. So I got medium dark, and it's a little dark for a bronzer. So I kind of use it like as a contour. So that's okay. But yeah, it's a little dark, but that's okay. And bronzers tend to be used to warm up your to warm up your face. You want your face to have depth to it. You don't want it to be flat looking. You want it to have some warmth to it. So you see how right here, you can see the warmth in my face. And you just bring it around to your forehead. And then you bring it on to the other side. Like I said, I always have issues with my left side. I'm right-handed. Okay, see how it looks? Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and set that in place. So I want it to, you know, stand out. I want my contour, and I'm just contouring my cheeks. I'm not contouring anything else. Well, I think I'm gonna contour my nose just a little bit. I don't like to contour it too much, but I want this to, you know, be noticeable later. So now I'm going to go into my eyes. And so this is my favorite part of doing fall looks, is that you can use different colors. I love a smoky eye. I love dark colors on my lids, so fall is a perfect time for that. And so I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution in the xSoph collection. They did a collaboration with xSoph Does Lights on YouTube, and I'm using her collection. And then this is an Extra Spice. And this is a really pretty palette. Really nice fall colors. The color story is real pretty. And so I'm going to go in with Sweet and Sour. And Sweet and Sour is this nice orange color right here. This one right here, this dark orange color right there. And I'm gonna use that one as my transition shade. Oops. Go on the outside first and blend in. Yeah, so fall, I love to play in the colors, the deep colors like I was saying, and then spring and summer, you know, you can play in colors all day long with that. Like that has so many looks you can do for summer, but it is something about fall and winter actually. There's something about fall and winter that you can use those deep colors on your eyelids, and then of course you have lips that you can use that are real pretty for those seasons. And I like to do my eyes last, well, one of my last steps. A lot of people like to do their eyes like first before they do anything else, but I like to do my eyes last because it just completes the look. So let me know in the comments below, do you do your eyes first or do you do them last, or one of your last steps? I don't know, it just doesn't seem like I should, you know, whenever I do it first, it doesn't feel like it looks good to me. So I just like to do it last because it just completes everything. So you want to make sure it's all blended in. Okay, next I'm going to go in with 21, and it's a like nice fuchsia pink color. And this is it right there. And I'm going to take that, I'm going to go up under my transition color, right into my crease. You want your transition color to still be visible. Now the color payoff in this palette is not the best. It's there. It has some pigments there, but you know, sometimes you got to go back in with that transition shade to make sure that you can see it. And when you're blending, you want to hold your hand, your finger, hold your brush midway and hold it loosely so that you can have less control over it. So I'm going to just move loosely and freely in your hand. Okay. Then I'm going to get this bigger, fluffier blending brush, and I'm going to just blend it out just a little bit more, so the lines will not look harsh. Okay. Next, I'm going to get my eyeshadow brush, and this is like the flat one right here. And I'm going to go in with Enchanted. Enchanted is like a purple color right there. And what I do, and which most people do, when you have the eyeshadow brush, it's best to pack it on instead of, you know, sweeping it. Just pack it on because the color payoff is better whenever you pack it on. Yeah, sometimes like this palette is real pretty, but color payoff and the pigmentation, sometimes you gotta, you know, build it up more, a little bit more than what you normally would do with a, you know, a better palette. But it's nice nonetheless. Okay. And I'm going to go back in with that fluffy blending brush and just make sure that it's all blended in. You don't want it to blend in all together, but you want the lines to be, you know, not harsh. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to go in the corner of my eye and I'm going to use this Japanese brush, and this is in number 346. This is a smudger brush. I like to use this on a corner of my eyes and under my eyelid. I mean, under the waterline. And so I'm going to go in with Brownies, and Brownies is a dark chocolate color. And then I'm going to just make a triangle and then just smudge it out. It's like that smoky look. Make sure that you can see it. All right. Then I want to go again. I think I'm gonna go and put some more sweet and sour on my transition area. I like to see that transition color. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. And then blend it all in. All right, there we go, looks real good. I like that color. Next, I'm going to go in with, I'm going to use a pointer brush, and I'm going to go in on the inner corner of my eyelid right here on the inner eye. And I'm going to use the shade Everyday. And the shade Everyday is like a lilac, shimmery purple color. Really pretty. And I'm going to use that on the inner teardrop area. Just poke it right there. And this thing feels just like a finger. And I have these brushes that I'm using. Not the Japanese one, but these one with the copper. I have these linked below. I got these off of Amazon. So just do a pointer. And then I'm going to take it up into the lid. Some, not all the way, but just some. Okay. Next, I'm going to go back and do that smudger brush again, and I'm going to go under the waterline with Sweet and Sour, which was that orange color. And then I'm going to use 21, which is that pink and fuchsia color as well. And then just blend it all out, soaking. You want it to be, you know, you want it to have that, you know, smoked out look. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and finish up the other eye. All right, so now that I'm back, I'm done with this other eye. I'm going to go in with, this is the Maybelline Master Precise All Day Eyeliner. And y'all, this, I love the pens on this. Ooh, I love the pens on this one. I do not like whenever you have like a loose pen. I love when you actually have a pen on there. So I'm going to go in with that. I like to do just a subtle. I like to do a subtle wing. I like to do big wings. And I just realized I did not do my inner corner of this eye real quick. So let me do that real quick. Thought I was done. Come on. All right, there we go. So let me go on with this eye. I always have, like I said, I always have trouble with my left side. So let's see if we can do this thing. It never turned out right. Never turned out right. I'd be wondering about looking like a fool when I go to work or whatever. In my left side, is it looking right? Or all right, so let me take off, what am I trying to do? Let me take off that line powder that I had on there. Okay. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and set my face, and I'm going to use, this is the NYX Radiant Finish setting spray. And this thing comes out really strong, so be careful with it. It just leaves a radiant, you know, finish to your face. Then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline. This is a pumped up Colossal mascara, and I love mascaras from Maybelline. Like, they have the best to me. I think I've tried L'Oreal before, but Maybelline, you can't touch Maybelline. I think you can't touch Maybelline at all on their products. Now, other drugstore products, they're good. Covergirl is pretty good, but when it comes to Maybelline, they seem to be the best to me for drugstore. Like, I've pretty much tried all of their mascara, because like I said, I'm a mascara fanatic. And that's my favorite part of the face. It's the mascara behind the lip. But yeah, all their mascaras are good. Like, I have no complaints with them. Mascara just makes up the face to me. It just, you know, makes you have a dramatic look. It just ties everything else together. So now that I've put my mascara on, I'm going to go in with the lip. And I'm using the Covergirl Outlast Ultimatte Matte Liquid Lipstick. And this is in Vino. You didn't. This is a nice plum burgundy type color, and it's perfect for fall. I just like to go in with one coat, especially on my bottom lip, rub it together, and then go in with another coat. There we go. That's it. It looks good. It's tied in all together. It looks like fall to me. And I'm so ready for fall. The first day of September is just, you know, even though in Texas it's hot, sometimes all the way up until Christmas sometimes. But I just love fall, and I'm so excited to play in colors and show you different looks that I put together. I'm so excited about this eyeshadow, y'all, because I told y'all before, like, I'm practicing on my eyeshadow, and I was playing around one day and just did it. And I'm not used to playing in colors. So I'm excited that it just came together, and I'm able to show y'all, especially my everyday girls like me that, you know, are just getting back into makeup or been in makeup all along and just want to try different looks. So again, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up, comment, leave me some feedback. I'm new to this thing. Let me know how I'm doing. And like I said, if you're OG, you've been with me since I've been starting in May. Thank you so much for coming back, and I'll see you next time.